So here we have some catkin. It is, they hang off of the cottonwood trees, the branches. And we picked a little bit just to experiment with them and see what kind of color we can pull out of them. Maybe we'll get a purple. Oh yeah, I already see a color, pretty color coming out. So we'll just let it heat up to like a gentle simmer and take it from there.
So it was at the end of the day and my husband and I were leaving the camp, and as we're walking out he said, "Hey, look at that. That would make a good dye." And he pointed down at the ground, and it was these things that are falling off of the cottonwood tree. So they're here we go, we're going to strain it. We took it off the heat because there is a tipping point to it. It could turn brown, and wouldn't you know, look at that. So what we want to do is strain it before it turns from this beautiful plum color to brown. And then we'll use that. I think we'll add some mordant to it, a teaspoon of alum and a half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. Hey, you guys, have you got this memorized now?
Right, so I'm about to add some alum and cream of tartar to this bowl of our catkin dye that we just made. And we are keeping some of it without any alum or cream of tartar just because we're experimenting here and we're just going to see what happens. So I'm going to add again 1 teaspoon of alum and half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. This catkin dye is still really warm and it will help the alum and the cream of tartar dissolve well. Stirring it in. This is one with nothing in it, no modifier or mordant or booster. This has the 1 teaspoon of alum and half a teaspoon of cream of tartar, and this is one that that also has alum and cream of tartar in it, but we're gonna use a booster. We're gonna put just about a quarter teaspoon of baking soda into this one. So we have 3 different little experiments going on here. I know the foam on top is green, but it's still purple underneath. Yeah, it's still purple. Okay.
You know how we talk about precious dyes? This is going to be one of them because you gather so little off of, you know, after it's fallen off of the tree, and your harvest is just a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know, so, and you have just a small window of time to pick this up, because it does come in another color. The most common is just a real black color when you pick it. So I guess what we're doing. Yeah, experimenting. We got a few cool little items that we're going to be testing out with our little catkin experiment here. This is the outer bark from a birch tree that I peeled off the other day, and we saved all the little bark pieces because we're going to just save whatever we can, whatever we harvest, so we can maybe use it in the future like this. We're using it right now. And then we have some merino wool we're going to test out too. I'm going to put it in this one. And as well as this one.
Part of the reason why we've chosen just these items to put in here is because we know that these items can take the heat really well, unlike the fish, the salmon vertebrae and the salmon skin. They have to be in a cool dye bath. So we're going to wait for this one to cool down completely before we add the bones and the skin. In here with no modifiers or anything, and here's the merino wool, and I think that's all we had in there. Oh wait, nope, just merino wool, and we also have to rinse these out to see their true color again. And this is the seal skin and fur, seal fur, and here is the fox. So far it looks like a really nice color. Still, we have to rinse it. And then this is the salmon skin. Not commercially tanned salmon skin.
That birch bark?
No, this is right here is the birch bark. I don't know if it's really taken any color. It kind of looks like it did on the back side, but I'm not sure about the front. And oh yeah, we added some of the fish vertebrae. It looks like it's taking the color a little bit. It's got a nice pink hue to it. And this looks pretty dark. It's comparably different to the one that was in here. And here's the bark, also darker. And some fish vertebrae, also darker. And I think we have one more piece right here. Some more fish vertebrae. And this looks like it took kind of like a darker, like even greenish purple in all of the ones with the baking soda. This turned out a little bit more pink with just the cream of tartar and alum. And the natural one, I'm not sure that either took the dye.